The first round of playoffs was full of mixed emotions as some teams extended their season to another weekend, while others felt their season come to a close. This past weekend saw nail-biting finishes and a record-breaking longest WCHA game ever played. I'm Rachel Herzog and welcome back to Inside the WCHA, and let's take a look at the series matchup between the Minnesota Gophers and the St. Cloud State Huskies.
The Gophers got off to a quick start on Friday as they scored within the first 30 seconds of the game. But the Huskies battled back and scored two back-to-back goals to take the 2-1 lead. St. Cloud State held the lead, but Alex Woken tied it up on a power play goal in the second period. Minnesota went on to tally two more goals in the third period to take the win with a final score of 4-2. Minnesota came out early once again on Saturday as they scored two goals in the first minute of the game. The Huskies continued to climb from behind, but the Gophers' offense was hard to match, and Grace Zumwinkle tallied a hat trick in the game, giving Minnesota the final win with a score of 7-3. Ohio State opened up Friday's game against the Mavericks with two goals in the first period from Jen Gardner and Sophie Jakes. Minnesota State fought from behind as Emily Antony put the Mavericks on the board first, and another goal followed from Anna Wilgren to tie the game at 2. In the third period, the Mavericks took a penalty and Emma Malte capitalized, putting the Buckeyes back on top. Liz Scheppers converted once more to give the Buckeyes the 4-2 win. Ohio State edged out Minnesota State with a low-scoring 1-0 game. The lone goal came from Liz Scheppers just 6 minutes into the game, and the Buckeyes were able to withstand the Mavericks, punching their ticket for the WCHA Final Faceoff. Minnesota Duluth battled Bemidji State, and Gabby Hughes converted first for the Bulldogs in the third period, putting them up by 1. The Beavers evened the score with a goal from Haley Mack just a minute later. This would carry both teams to double overtime, and the Bulldogs came out victorious as Maggie Flaherty ripped one past Lauren Bench to give Minnesota Duluth Game 1 with a 2-1 finish. Saturday's game started off the same as Gabby Hughes once again scored the first goal of the game. Bemidji State battled back with a goal from Reese Hunt to knot the game at 1. This game went into 4 20-minute overtimes, landing the second longest game in NCAA history. Beavers' Reese Hunt scored the game-winning goal at the 128-minute mark, lifting Bemidji State to a 2-1 win in the longest game in WCHA history. This series was pushed to Sunday, and the Bulldogs came out on top as they put 4 goals past the Bemidji State's goaltenders, ending the game with a final score of 4-1.
The WCHA Final Faceoff is on deck for this weekend. Games are set at Ritter Arena, where Wisconsin will face off against Minnesota Duluth, and Minnesota will battle Ohio State. The semifinal games will take place on Saturday, and the championship game is at 2:07 p.m. on Sunday. 4 WCHA teams are left standing. Who will come out victorious? Find out on next week's edition of Inside the WCHA.